Hello, I'm going to do Becca's Bookopolathon this year. So I did a very crude version of her bingo board, and I've decided for the readathon that I am going to do 4 rolls because that isn't a healthy amount. Like, it's somewhere in the middle of where I've been reading monthly because I've been reading no books or like 12 books, so 4 seems safe. That way, if I get a double or the dice roll roulette or something like that, I won't be attempting to read, essentially, worst case scenario, more than 8 books. And also, none of this really matters. Doubles also may not be a thing because I have only a 20-sided die, but we're gonna attempt. It'll be my luck that I get like the dice roulette because I'm not rolling with 2 dice, but starting on go, I'm going to roll my 4 rolls, write down the prompts, and then a future Casey will come back with 4 books that match those prompts for the rest of the video. So let us roll first. Also, I'll link her announcement video down below, so you guys can go check it out and participate if you'd like. My first roll is 16, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 is favorite trope. Let's roll again. We'll roll 16 again, we're not going to do that. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Features a mystery. That's right in time for fall, because this readathon takes place over the month of September, and I've been wanting to get more into mystery books, so that sounds about right. I keep rolling the same numbers. 12, that's different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Highest rated book on my TBR. That's exciting. A lot of my books are not on my TBR, so that's probably going to take some digging and research, which is why I'm going to come back to y'all later. Can I do like a low number? Does that just make it more interesting? Whoop. 3 was the final roll. 3 on my 20-sided die here, so 1, 2, 3 is a community shelf. That's exciting. And because I rolled a 3 and landed on that, my number 3 on my community shelf is to read a classic. So that's my final prompt. Now I will, depending on how this goes, if I finish those books, I will add rolls. I'll just do more rolls as I finish them. But I think 4 is a good place to start, so see y'all here in a few seconds with what books I'm going to read in the month of September for this readathon. Alright, so I'm back here to show you guys the 4 books I picked off my TBR that I already own. So the first roll I did was for favorite trope. Most of those I could find trope-wise were romance-related, and I'm not a huge romance reader, and I don't own any that I haven't read currently, so I went for a fantasy trope, and it's kind of like the reluctant hero, the chosen one, the only person with the magic to save their people survived. So I'm going to read White Sand comic 2, maybe the 3rd one as well, depending, because this is pretty short. But I only own the 2nd one right now, and that seems like it's like following the loss of everybody he knows in his entire life. He must save his people because he's the one with magic left, so I feel like that definitely is at least a few of those tropes I listed, and I love most, if not all, tropes, because tropes exist for a reason, because people enjoy reading about things like that, and tropes are just patterns that people enjoy, so I think I'm going to enjoy the patterns of that, and I don't know, is a graphic novel a trope in some capacity for a fantasy story? I don't know, but I'm excited to read White Sand Volume 2. Features a mystery was my second roll, so I'm going to do Salem's Lot by Stephen King. It is, don't know what it's about, necessarily, because the blurb on the inside is like, the town knew darkness, and the awful heavy silence of terrifying images, grotesque dancing in and out of the shadows. So there's clearly an evil mystery in this town, and with the name Salem, I'm going to guess there may be some witchcraft and wizardry to happen, maybe. Stephen King is a lot more of a fantasy writer than a lot of people realize, so it's just one of the ones I haven't read, and I figured if I read this in the month of September, it'll get me ready and excited for spooky season in October. The next book, or the next role I got was highest rated, and I looked at my TBR and my physical and Goodreads and did a lot of searching around, and last night at the Telegraph Club had a rating of 4.27, and it's one of the highest rated books on my TBR. A few were like 4.1, 4.2, so 4.27 is winning. And this is a YA novel about falling in love in America in 1954 as women falling in love with other women. So I'm excited. Also, I love like the aesthetic of this cover. It looks so fun. It's also yeah, it just like seemed really cute, and I'm excited to see what it's about. And I like the idea of I love that, like, the family doesn't approve of, the society doesn't approve of, like, are you willing to fight for it? This might have been a book with a trope, too, but you know what? It was also my highest rated one. And lastly, I got a community shelf, and I got Read a Classic, so I am going to, this is the shortest classic on my little unpictured classic shelf that's that way. It's called A Sentimental Journey by Lawrence Stern. I think it's fiction, but it's about a gent named Yorick, the roving narrator, as he goes on a journey and wanders around France, Italy, and a few other places. And you know, that sounds like a good end of summer read. And I say end of summer because it's Texas, and we have summer temperatures until late October. So an end of summer spirit read for me here in early September, hopefully. And it's small, so that way I tried to pick smaller books, I should say, not all of them, but smaller books, because I would love to roll more times and participate further, but this is what I got for sure, these 4 books here. Sentimental Journey by Lawrence Stern, Melinda Lowe's Late Night at the Telegraph Club, Stephen King's Salem's Lot, and White Sand Volume 2. I will be posting this video soon. It's mid-July or mid-August at this point. At the end of August, I would expect an end-of-summer reading wrap-up for me, because I haven't done one of those in a while, and I've read quite a few books this summer and would love to talk to you guys about that. So go check out Becca's Bookopolathon's the YouTube video describing what it is. Participate if you would like to. Let me know what you're reading if you decide to participate, and otherwise I'll catch y'all at the end of the month with a reading wrap-up from the past many months. I will catch y'all next time. Thanks. Bye.